Hello there, this is 𝐑𝐀𝐂𝐈𝐍𝐆 and these are the Vrooms. And today, you better buckle up, dear Vroomers, because we're embarking on a journey with a new racing game here in the channel, and this is Racing Master. Now, this is a mobile racing game that recently was released in my region, which is Latin America, though from what I understand, this game has been available for a while now in the original region, which I believe is China. But like I said, it's only now available for me, so of course I want to check it out. But first, I suppose I need to give you a little bit of context as to what is the deal with this game and whatnot. I suppose the main thing is to note that this is published by NetEase, and this, like I mentioned, it's a free mobile racing game. So that should tell you a couple of things, a couple key things already, right? Free game, NetEase, well, you know, it's gonna be one of these gacha, heavily gacha, microtransaction inspired, not inspired, but filled games, you know? So that already should say something, but there's other things to mention as well. Now, actually, I want to stay over here in this screen because this screen looks so very similar to another game that I did play in the past from NetEase, which is Ace Racer. I made some videos on it, I got into it a little bit, I enjoy it to some degree, but then I kind of forgot about the game because it really didn't have enough for me to stay and stick with it. We'll see if this game has what it needs in order for me to want to continue playing it. But okay, so this game was actually developed in conjunction, or I don't know exactly how it worked, but it does have for the credits Codemasters. And if you're not familiar with Codemaster, this is a studio that has worked on a lot of racing games, and not specifically mobile games, but instead it has worked in games like the Dirt Rally series, in Need for Speed Shift, also in the F1 series of video games, also on Grid, you know, like Grid 2, Grid Legends. So this is indeed some developers that do have some pedigree when it comes to racing, and that kind of shows in the gameplay of this game, and some a bit more in the style of the gameplay itself. Now, right now, I'm not gonna focus on the whole thing of the monetization and all of that, because honestly, I want to focus instead on the new player experiences, because that's exactly what I am. I am a new player to this game, and I really want to see what this game has to offer. Now, in saying that, I have already played this game a little bit, for like an hour or so, while I just kind of learn my way around the game, though it is a bit of a pain in the rear side, because once again, just look at this menu. There's so many things to click on, so many things. I don't know where a lot of these things take me, so yeah, I'm not gonna, you know, look into that too much. The first thing that I do want to show you, however, is the car selection in the game, because at the moment there's 52 cars available in this version of the game. I would guess that in the, let's say in the main version of the game, probably there's already more cars. This is just like a more limited version of it. I don't know how this works, but still, just let's do a little bit of a quick browse on the cars. You will see up here the name of the cars. Here's some of the stats, though at the moment I don't know what they mean yet, because again, I'm very much a new player over here. But we got a BMW, what is this? It says over there, but it's not scrolling fast enough. 3 Series 330i, Z4 S-Drive, we got a Toyota Sprinter, Treno, okay, cool. Porsche 911 Carrera 489, Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 3, Chevrolet Camaro Z828, Corvette C3 of the 73, but ooh, look at that, without the roof. Looks kind of dope. Mustang Mach-1, we got the John Cooper W, what? Oh, Works thingy. I don't know the names of these cars, come on. BMW 2 Series Grand Coupe, Aston Martin DB5 Vantage 64, Golf R19, Subaru BRZ22, Ford Focus RS18, Infiniti Q60 Pure AWD, we got the Ford Fiesta ST, Mazda MX-5 Honda Fit 18, Volkswagen Passat, is that how you say that? I have no idea. And there we go, we have cycled back into the starting car, but that is only the standard cars. Then we have the Sports Series, in which we have the Hyundai Veloster 22, Mercedes-AMG SL63, oh, that looks beautiful. We got the Chevrolet Corvette C719, the Nissan GTR 18, the Audi RS7 Sportback, Porsche Panamera Turbo, BMW M4 Coupe 17, Honda NSX R92, Lotus Evora GT 430, Dodge Challenger RT from the 70, oh, it's beautiful. Subaru WRX STI 19, Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 10, Ford Mustang GT 19, Cadillac ATS-V 19, and Audi S5 Cabriolet 20, and Nissan 370Z 370Z20, Jesus Christ, Volvo V60 Polestar, and we got back into this one. So you can see these are some more everyday cars, some muscle cars and whatnot, but obviously the more interesting, at least for me, are going to be in the stream category. And we begin over here with the starting car, which is the Aston Martin, what is it? DBS something something. Come on, show the name, game, come on. DB11 V12 Coupe. Another car that I did acquire recently, the Audi e-tron GT Quattro 21. We got the Mercedes-AMG GTR Coupe 20. The Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. Mwah, beautiful. We got the Ford GT17. Oh, another beautiful, beautiful car that I want to get eventually. BMW M8 GTE racing car. You know that I love those. Ferrari F8 Tributo. We got the Audi R8 V10 R rear-wheel drive Spider. The Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. Lotus Exige Coupe 430 with a big wing. McLaren 720S Coupe. The Chevrolet Corvette C8 20. Porsche Taycan Turbo S. Lamborghini, oh man, Squadra Corsa Huracan LP6 something something. This is a racing Huracan. Oh man, just look at this thing. Beautiful. Then we got the Dodge Viper SRT 10 Roadster. Jaguar E-Type Series 3. Aston Martin, we basically went back over. So why did I want to show you this right away? Because honestly, this is one of the information that I look for when I'm looking into a game. Like, I want to see what are the cars available. So there you go. There's a little bit of what are the cars there. Now, if you notice, in the intro of this video of the game, it actually showed some Koenigseggs. So I wonder if in the main version of the game, there's already Koenigseggs and Bugattis and who knows what else. Probably. Like I said, this just launched in my region in Latin America. So hey, maybe kind of like it was in Ace Racer, where it was like a smaller version of the game that eventually was supposed to catch up. Now, I don't believe that Ace Racer managed that, but either way. Now, another thing that I want to mention about this whole thing, it's the focus on cars, and this is something that I really appreciate. When the game is loading, it will even show you some tiny bits of text telling you like, oh, Toyota used to be a whatever manufacturer. You know, little random facts like that. So this is very much a car-loving focus game. And I know that sounds dumb in a racing game, but you know, in some racing games, they're like, ah, there's cars. Over here, it's like, no. You get to learn a little bit more about the cars, about the brand. So, hey, I do appreciate that. That's enough yapping. How about we do some playing? Now, like I said, I am a new player, but right away, when you start the game, it already gives you 3 cars. I already shown you the ones that I have. I suppose I should show them again just real quick. You start with the DB11 V12 Coupe for the extreme section. For sports, you start with the Hyundai Veloster, Hyundai, whatever. And on the standard, we got the BMW whatever. So these are the 3 cars that you start with. That's right, 3 cars right out of the gate. And that is because it seems that the game does have 3 basically series of cars. Again, these 3. So that's why it gives you 3 to begin with. And it instantly throws you into multiplayer, and that's exactly what we're gonna do right now. Now, you may already see this character over here because when you launch the game, it actually asks you to create a character. And of course, DBT being DBT created a female character because that's how I do. All right, I know that some people have problems with, oh my God, it's using a female avatar. Oh, that's so blah, blah, blah. You know, some people tend to be like that. Nah, not me. I don't care. Listen, I don't mind. In fact, I like looking at nice looking digital female form, so why not, right? I don't know why people seem to have a problem with this, but okay, whatever. Now, another thing to mention over here is the fact that I am playing this on, I should have been doing this, there we go. I am playing currently on PC, but I did mention at the start that this is a mobile racing game. So how am I playing it here? Well, actually, when the game launched, I installed it, oh God. All right, let's just, that was absolutely horrendous. I just installed it on BlueStacks, the Android emulator here on PC. However, the performance was not very good. So let me do a little bit of drifting around here. The performance was not very good. It looked kind of bad, but I was willing to record it like that. In fact, I did record a little bit, but then I was like, nah, this looks terrible. And honestly, I didn't find a lot about the game. I learned more when I stopped recording that. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do take 2 of this video. Hold on, let me drift around this corner. I actually didn't drift it, but we're fine. So yeah, I am playing in PC, but how if not on BlueStacks? Well, it turns out that the game itself, if you go to the website, they do link you to a specific download, which is an emulator, like a dedicated emulator for this game. Oh, he's gonna crash. I know he's gonna crash. Yeah, he is. And some... Wow, the guy on first place is so far ahead of us. Jesus. There is a dedicated emulator for this game, I suppose, developed by the developers of this game, and that's what I'm using right now. And man, it runs fantastic and it looks fantastic. Now, actually, I did play this on my phone as well, and it played quite alright. I have a mid, what you call it? A mid. Oh boy, oh boy. A mid-range type of phone, so it's not like an amazing phone or anything, and it seems to run quite alright. So hey, I'm not disappointed at all by the performance. Ooh, the overtake. At least I got a second place. Let's go. And there you go. That is the first race. Obviously, this doesn't tell you a lot, but you will notice that the gameplay is considerably slow. And this is something that I do want to talk about in great detail, because I want to make it clear that this game is not asphalt. All right, it's not asphalt. It's not gonna, you're not gonna have cars going at 450 kilometers an hour all the time and all of that. This game is not full, well, it is arcade, but I think it actually goes more into the side of sim-cade, a mix between simulation and arcade racing. Now, a full simulation game, it's a super involved type of game where you need to do a ton of things and check your tire wear and your fuel level and this and that and a ton of things that personally I'm not into. And a full arcade game is something like Asphalt, where it's just like absolute nonsense all day long and drift around corners non-stop and whatnot. This is a middle point. In fact, this reminds me a little bit of the gameplay of something like Forza Horizon, maybe even the Crew Motorfest. Or if you haven't played those games, but you're playing Real Racing 3 in mobile, yeah, it's kind of like that. That's kind of where this game goes with the gameplay. Now, that obviously will, I don't know, I suppose that should tell you whether or not this is a game that you will enjoy. Because if you're the type of player who only wants the, oh my god, the super fastest and all of that, yeah, probably this game is not gonna be for you. But if you are like me, who enjoys those other games very much, because I love Forza Horizon, for example, this style of racing, it's something that definitely you could enjoy. Now, it is interesting because it does have the racing line and all of this stuff. This is a lot about like drive as if it was a slightly realistic car, where instead of just drifting around every corner, you're supposed to brake a little bit and then take the corner in a smart way, slowing down, yes, but keeping enough speed for the exit of the turn. And just like that, look at how much speed I had over that other dude who did the turn wrong. So yeah, this is a different style of gameplay, and it really depends if you enjoy this type of games or not as to whether or not you're gonna enjoy this one. Now I know it sounds really dumb, right? Well, if you like this type of games, you will like this game. I know. But again, I just want to make it clear that this is not the absolute nonsense that an Asphalt game would be. This is a slightly more serious type of racing, just in the sense of how it drives. But in saying that, the game also has the ability for you to just, oh jeez, I did that wrong, to just go crazy and drift around corners. Now, I haven't been doing that in this race, and I just crashed on a wall. But yeah, you can do either a proper turn, like, you know, slow down and keep as much speed as you can on the exit of the turn, or you can just simply drift around it, and so long as you do the drift well enough, you will be able to keep some speed as well. If you ever played Need for Speed Unbound, hold on, check this out. So over here, I do the drift. Oh, I did it too aggressively and I crashed. Yeah, you gotta be careful on how you do that. You gotta be, cautious on that as well. But this reminds me a lot of Need for Speed Unbound, where you have both ways of playing. You can just play grip type of gameplay where, hey, you gotta take corners smartly, or you can just play in the, no, let's just drift around corners and call it a day, kind of like this. And I keep on doing it wrong. Again, I am very new to this game, so I am not a racing master. I get it. But I think this should tell you a little bit about what the gameplay is like. And this is why I said that I'm actually excited about this game, because I have been wanting to play a game like this, and I tried to get into Real Racing 3, but I just couldn't, because it never felt right. There's something about that game that never felt right for me, so no. But now, I'll get into this one. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm just gonna unlock a new car right now. Let me double check. Yeah, I get some points for doing this and doing that and blah, 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 blah. This is one of those things that is very annoying. There it is. I think I did it. Yeah. So basically, they were asking me to do 3 races, and then I get a new car, I believe. So let's go. Do I get it? Do I own it? No, what just happened? challenge? Is this where I'm going? Nope. See, this is the problem that I have with these games. There's so many menus everywhere that I never know where I'm going, where I should be pressing. I have no clue about anything. Yep. Wait, is that mine? Yep. Oh, there you go. I think I got a new car. Yeah, so basically they're throwing cars out of the window because, again, the game just launched. And normally when this happens is when the games, at least that was my experience with 𝐻𝐻, they tend to be really giving because they want everybody to get into playing the game. And yeah, now I own the Dodge Viper whatever, Viper SRT 10 something something. Now, how do I swap cars so that I can use that one instead? All right, hold on. Let me try to figure that out. Well, I think I did switch it, but still, I do want to show you something else that I think it's interesting about this game when it comes to what I was saying, the love of cars. Even if no, actually, I can switch this one over here to another car. Let's, the one that I just got, right? The Viper. Great. Now, why did I want to show you this? Well, you know, you can look at the car and whatnot, but not only that, you can actually have a little bit of an animation. You know, because again, it's the love and the appreciation of the cars, which is kind of nice, but also you can open the door and you can, in theory, go inside. Or can I not on this car? Oh, I think I can. Yeah, there it is. Yep, you can get inside of the car and you can actually look around. This is absolutely great. Like I said, this reminds a lot of what Forza does, so that you can, you know, have a look at the car and, you know, the parts and this and that. What is that play? Is that the same thing that I did earlier? Oh yeah, it's another animation over here so that you can get to see it. So you see what I'm saying about the appreciation for cars? Man, I quite like this one because, hey, I get to look at the cars if I want to. Now, as I was saying, because I just started the game, and the game is super giving at the moment. So much so that actually, let me show you over here. If I go into this beautiful Lamborghini, you will notice, well, if you could read it over here, novice sign in. What does that mean? Yep, just by signing in, you'll be able to get this car. Here's the deal. I am on my first day of playing the game, so I got some diamonds. I have no idea what they're for. Someday I'll figure it out. But on the second day, I'm gonna get the Lambo Super Trofeo. On the third day, I get this, that, blah, 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 blah. And by the seventh day, I'm gonna get a Ferrari F8 Tributo. Now, this is gonna be running from the launch of the game until the 19th of November. So if you wanna get into this game and get these rewards, well, go ahead and do it before that date so that you can get all of this stuff. Now, I'm inviting you to get into the game if this looks like something that you are interested. I should clarify, this is not like a sponsor video. I wish I was a sponsor that would give me money for this, but no. This is just a video of a guy who wanted to play this game and it's interested in it because, well, it's a racing game. It's mobile. And while it has things that I don't like with all of these things that I was saying about a ton of currencies that I don't understand, a bunch of events and a bunch of things that I don't quite get, the experience of the driving is good. From the experience that I had in 𝐻𝐻, you can just jump into the game. Obviously, it's an always online game, so you're always gonna need a connection. But this game doesn't have advertisements either, so it's not like they're bothering you with it. And you're gonna be able to get a bunch of cars, so on and so forth. How easy is it to make progress and all of that? Probably not insanely easy, but again, I don't have experience with this, so I couldn't tell you even if I wanted to. In one of these many menus, I got into this thing, which are the novice missions, which are a bunch of rewards that you can get by doing a bunch of things. And apparently over here, I should be able to... I think I saw that I can get another car. I think it's in this one. I get another car. Yep, I can get the Ford Mustang, apparently, if I do a bunch of matches and whatnot. So there's a lot of things that you can do over time, but there's daily missions. Again, all of this is what I said that I don't like about the... Oh, here it is. Jesus, I was looking. I had to find it somewhere else to get this image, but whatever. This is something that I did not like about 𝐻𝐻. Even though I played it a bunch, really, I never got to understand all of the currencies and all of the systems and all of that because it's a ton. So that is something to keep in mind if you're looking a little bit into this game. Keep in mind what this type of games are like, and well, there is that. Now, I'm actually thinking of creating a club over here like I did at some point precisely. Let's see if I can get into a race with that. I already switched to my Viper, so let's see if I find a race. But I am thinking of creating a club and whatnot. Why don't you let me know in the comments if you would like to get to play this game with me and with other people, because that is the whole point of this type of game. It's based all around multiplayer and the social aspect of it. And, well, again, you may like or not like this. It really depends on your own preference. But yeah, that's a big aspect. Oh, we're gonna play in Chicago. This is a somewhat difficult track. because it has a lot of turns. Now, I don't know how many tracks are in the game at the moment, but if it's gonna be anything like 𝐻_RAZR was, they were adding tracks and more tracks and more tracks, and actually that was pretty dope. All right, here we go. Let's do a little bit of this, and by the way, I gotta say, the game does look very pretty, but again, because I'm playing on PC on the emulator, on the dedicated emulator, I guess I am playing... Oh god, Jesus. Yeah, I haven't gotten the gist of it just yet. I am playing, I suppose, in the most beautiful way that it can look, all right? So if you're playing this in mobile, well, there's a bunch of, customization, not customization, but options for display, so yeah, keep that in mind. The look of the game might be a little bit different depending on your device and all of that. Apparently, this is indeed the highest settings that can be achieved in the game. All right, let's drift this one. So let me try... Instead of drifting it, look, this is what I was... Oh, okay, hold on. This is what I was saying, that this is another way of playing it, doing the corners slowly. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but doing the corners slowly, if you follow a good racing line, you can actually keep a bunch of speed at the exit of the corner, which should make it more effective to regain the speed on a straight like this. So still, I'm on first place right now, and oh yeah, and I am driving my new car. Beautiful. I didn't even pay attention to that. I was just to focus on this. By the way, did you notice the engine sounds? They're not super audible right now because of my settings. I probably should change it for the next time that I do another video on this. But the engine sounds are not bad. And listen, not this towards Asphalt Legends, but yes, this towards Asphalt Legends. Their engine sounds are absolutely garbo. Over here, these actually sound pretty good, and I like it for it. I appreciate the fact that they put also some effort. Like I said, there's a lot of appreciation for cars themselves in this game, and that is something that I appreciate myself as well. So yeah, there you go. So by now you've seen a couple of the races in the game. Again, it's really gonna be a big question as to whether or not this is the type of gameplay that you are going to enjoy. But like I said, if you like somewhat, okay, I just keep on getting pop-ups. So you did this, you got this, I don't care. If you like a little bit the gameplay of those other games that I mentioned, like Forza Horizon, the Crew Motorfest, Real Racing, then you probably will feel right at home over here. Now, as it is usual in this type of games, again by NetEase, my experience with 𝐻_RAZR, you can also customize your character. Like I said, I built this character. What? Blame me or sue me for it? Come on. But yeah, I created a character that I like looking at, but you can also, of course, as it's the case in these games, you can also buy clothes for it and all of that stuff if you care about that. If you don't, you can buy stuff, but for your car, and now that's where things get very interesting. Where is it? Over here. Now, again, another one of those things that I don't understand how these systems work, but look at that. This, apparently cars can have body kits and all sorts of things. In fact, let me see if this car I happen to have. Okay, customization. Oh, wow. Apparently, there's some proper full-on... Of course, you need to purchase this, apparently. I don't get... I think these diamonds, the multicolored ones, are full premium, while the blue ones are the ones you actually get in... in the game in normal ways. Oh, you can create presets and all of that. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, there's so many systems in this game that I do not understand just yet. Let me find what I want to find. 2 years later. Jesus, it took me forever to find what I wanted to show you, and that is the customization of the cars. So if I go over here to cars, then I pick the one that I want to look at. Ignore all of this stuff. I mean, there's some body kits that you can get apparently and all of that, but that's not what I wanted to show you, because there is also more granular stuff that you can do over here in more customization. Discard because I did not apply anything, and here it is. And oh, this is what I want. You know what I want to do. Of course, you know me. Yes, you can change parts. You can change things like the exhaust, which again I suppose are just cosmetic changes, though. Cosmetic. I don't notice anything over here because probably this is hidden, or is it sound? I have no idea. But now, of course, what I care about is, hey, let me click on. Can I click on this, please? Come on. Okay, I don't know why it didn't let me click on it proper, but here we go. Spoiler. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Yeah, bye-bye. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can put spoilers. Well, you know, wings and whatnot to your cars. I don't know if all of these are available for all of the cars or what, but from what I've seen, that seems to be the case. Oh, yeah, because this is the one that I saw for the, for another one of my cars. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. Just look at this nonsense, man. And again, obviously, a lot of this is gonna be monetized. In some of this probably, because I think I saw some from, yeah, for regular diamonds, which I think you can get normally. I have some. And then there's the other ones that are gonna be more premium. And then there's this, who is, I don't know if it's a hyper premium currency. I have no idea what that is. But yeah, the fact that you can customize car like this, oh, that's such a big deal for me. You know how much I like putting wings on my cars, so this is absolutely great. So obviously there's a ton for you to find in this game. Like I said, it does seem to be a game that it focuses so much into the love of the car on top of the monetizations that I don't know, this looks great for me. Let me know again in the comments if this looks like anything that you would be interested in. By the way, once again, don't get put off by the fact that I have a female avatar, all right? You have no idea how many times I heard people complaining about, oh, DBT and the female avatar in Ace Racer. What? I like looking at females. What? Is that wrong? No, it's not. Don't let people shame you for liking what you like, all right? Keep that in mind. But yeah, so anyway, that is basically Racing Master. Like I said, I don't know a lot about the game just yet. I'm gonna continue playing it both on PC to record a little bit, but also I'll be playing it on my phone because again, it runs really well on my phone as well. So if you're curious to check it out, well, there it is. Just look for it on the what, Google Store or the iOS App Store, whatever it's called. And as a very self-serving thing right here, if you guys want to get into the game, apparently there's an invitation code or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how this works, but yep, there it is. So if you want to actually get into the game with my code, go over here to Launch Fiesta once you created your profile. Then I think you go over here wherever, go down here to Limited Events, Rival Recruits, and enter the code over here. I think so. I think that's how that works. I'm not sure. Yeah, try that and see if that gives me anything. Like I said, very self-serving. What can I tell you? But yeah, in general, this is a game that, like I just mentioned, I do want to play more. I want to look into it more, get used to the driving of the game. And like I said, it's one that I think I will be enjoying, though I understand that a lot of you guys will prefer to stay something with, you know, like Asphalt, which is fair enough. I will continue to play that as well. But, you know, I do like this style of gameplay, so I'm really interested in this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, once again, once again, I haven't asked you today. Yeah, that's right. Like, subscribe, why not? Let me know what else do I need to know about this game. If you already have experience with it, what am I missing? And if my currencies, which currencies are good or what, or if I should waste stuff, I have no idea. I'm too new at this. But I plan to make another video within this week or maybe early next week to, you know, show you some more progress because, hey, I want to get that Lambo. But anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.